Welcome back to the West Coast Eagles 2022 season launch, and as you can see, we're streaming live on Eagles Media. We'll be joined by two of the most important people at the footy club, the coach Adam Simpson and the captain in Luke Shuey. Give them a big welcome, the captain and the coach. First of all, to you, Coach, is the new mantra "get on with it"? Is that really the message to everybody?
Well, it needs to be. Yeah, we've hit some troubles with some injuries, but we can dwell on it, or we can get on with it. So, yeah, we'll get on with it. Worry about the guys that are available, and these guys will come back at some stage. But yeah, it is what it is, and there's a great opportunity. So, the squad we've got for this week all got together today. I think they're in a good space, and they can't wait.
You don't want to harp on the negatives of the pre-season, but have you experienced everything like it as an assistant coach elsewhere, as a senior coach, as a player where a football club has had the pre-season that you've had?
Not really. No, it's a lot of it we just haven't had any control over as well, which is really frustrating. But that's the game, and people will drop off us. I heard you on the radio the other day on the Fremantle bandwagon, which was good, mate. So glad to see you here. So look, that's just the way it is. We get on with it, and there's certain elements we can't control, but there's a lot we can. So we'll worry about those things.
It's only early. Luke, as captain, does your role change when you can see the troops going down and the adversity that you're faced with? Have you changed the way you've gone about your business as captain of the footy club?
Not as yet. I'm excited personally. I think everyone is to see the growth in a lot of the young guys we saw today. A lot of the young guys who will get an opportunity. We're going to see them grow and be exposed to a few things probably earlier than they expected. But it's exciting because there's no other option but to improve when you're faced with that. So I'll be there to ride the bumps, but we're still really bullish about what we can achieve over the next few weeks. We're in a competition where you need to win games of footy, and that's what we're going to try and do. Our job's probably been made a little bit tougher with our injuries, but at some stage every team goes through injuries. So it's our turn at the moment, and hopefully we can get it right and have a good run later in the year. Can
you share with the faithful who are watching, and obviously the media will be online as well, where you're at as part of this sort of injury toll?
Well, I'm close. I'll pretty much resume full training next week, and I think on the week off between our hit out against Fremantle Sunday and round one, we'll have a bit of a hit out next Friday, and I'll be a part of that. So, trying to get myself as ready as I can before round one and give myself every chance. But I'll be there and about to round 1, 2.
Let's talk about the leadership group. You've obviously got new names to the leadership group in Liam Duggan, Tom Barrison and Oscar Allen. As individuals, what do they all bring? Do they bring something a little bit different?
Yeah, we have got a diverse group this year, which is great. They've been leaders in their own right for a while now. Being brought into the leadership group is just a title that makes them official, but they've been carrying some sort of the load for a while now, but really exciting for them. It's a step in their journey towards the rest of their career and being a leader of the footy club officially. So they've handled themselves really well. Tommy's obviously playing at the moment. Liam and Oscar are both injured, but we'll get them back soonish. And those guys all play really well on field, and that's their best form of leadership, but they're growing off field as well, which has been exciting.
We talk about changes, and it was mentioned by Russell. We've seen the assistant coach group change a bit. Are you excited about what they've brought to the table in the pre-season? Yeah,
it's been great. It's been a breath of fresh air. So there's some things in our style that we're looking to change and to move in a different direction. We didn't see it on Friday, but what we've seen over the course of pre-season is they've really embraced some of the things we've introduced, given the coaches a little bit of freedom to coach to their strengths. So we've seen some quite significant change in how we want to go about it. Whether you see it straight away, but over time we think we're going to adapt a little bit differently than we have been the last few years. So that's new, and along with the new players we've got, it'll shift in a new direction in the next couple of months, I would have thought.
What is the expectation? And has that changed over the last month?
We always look a bit longer term. For us, it's about we want to qualify for finals as quick as we can. I've said that from day one, and if you worry about end of the year now, it's pointless. It's a waste of time. So we have the same expectation. We want to qualify for finals as quick as we can. So whether that's round 22 or round 13, that's the way it is. So we don't look too short term on that, and we just want to play the best possible football we can. So it's pretty boring, Goss. It's just the way it's been forever for us. We said it 2018, and we said it 2017, 16, 15. So it doesn't change.
So the word rebuild is something that football clubs, some clubs use, some clubs don't. Is there a rebuild now in the offing with player availability and your list?
Yeah, we don't use that. I mean, say you're going to go into a rebuild a week before round one, that's a stretch. You'd like to think you're a little bit more planned than that. So there's no doubt we'll transition our list in the next few years, and with our full complement of players, there's a lot of experience there, and no doubt there'll be a changing of the guard. But that's not labelled as a rebuild in the way we see it. So we won't put a name to it at the moment, guys. At the moment, we're just using our whole list, and we'll see how we go.
Just in regards to the players that we saw today presented with their jumper, which is an exciting time for anyone at the football club, just having that group around the footy club, and who knows, there might be the addition of other names in the ensuing weeks or days, whatever that may be. Does it give you pep in the step of the football club and the playing group?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. There's a lot of youth at the club now. We've got a fairly young list, and some of them, we're seeing them play. Huey Dixon last week was really good for us in our game against Freo, and obviously we've all been excited by Campbell Chess this summer, but we're really excited by all of them. Even Clarkey comes in at 35 years old. Simpson medalist from last year, and has been playing really good waffle footy, so he comes in ready-made and ready to go, and unfortunately he injured his shoulder, but looking forward to seeing them all get their opportunity at some stage.
And what are you expecting, Coach? What are you expecting when you take on Fremantle? And is it preservation? Is there a bit of preservation about what you go about against Fremantle in this pre-season game?
No. No, we need to try and play the brand of football that we've been training. So obviously we didn't last week, and regardless of the injuries, we've got a system, we've got roles. We want to play with spirit. We want to be united, and that's our goal. So regardless of the result, we lose 4 or 5 players from last week, and Freo probably gained 4 or 5. So yeah, the backs will be against the wall, but I think the players are really looking forward to it, and they want to make people proud. You don't have to win every game to make your fans proud of you. So you play with spirit, play with energy, be tough in the contest, all those things that haven't gone away for years. They're the things we didn't do regardless of personnel last week. So that'll be our start point.
It wasn't that long ago that you were a premiership winning coach. Now people criticise the style and the ball movement and blue bar blue. How about you as coach? Have you had to change, and is that where Matthew Knights and Jared Schofield comes in to talk about their changes in regards to their football clubs? I mean, how are you absorbing that information?
Yeah, the criticism piece, it doesn't worry me at all. It is what it is. It's great when you get the praise, so you got to get that balance. So I don't get caught up in that. But we need to evolve as well. So what worked in 18 won't work now. That's not to say you throw everything out, but you do need to evolve as a club, and sometimes as a coach you always fall back to what you know, and if you don't grow and evolve, then you will die. So we need to make sure we continue to do that. And the new coaches have brought new ideas, and we've embraced it. So, and the players are ready as well. So that's all pretty positive, Goss. I know it doesn't seem it right now, but yeah, there's the sense of optimism in what we're doing, and we just got to get it out on the track and do it.
We saw the community practice series, pre-season series start last night, and Carlton, who are on the way up, and Melbourne are the reigning premier and stuff. But I want to ask you as a player in regards to the rule of umpire behaviour and dissent and abuse and dispute and all this sort of stuff. Who inside your football club might have to change their ways, do you think, going into the new season? Because it's not easy to do when you cross the line.
No, it's not. I had to change a few years back. Look, I don't mind the rule and where they're going with it, as long as there's a sense of realisticness about it. Guys are going to vent frustration, as long as it's not a personal attack at the umpire. Let's hope we can.
I can tell you who. There's plenty that we need. Gov's got to watch out. Liam Ryan needs to watch out. JK needs to watch out. Nick needs to watch out. I saw it last night, and it was simply doing that is a 50-metre penalty. So now that we're aware of it, we need to show our players any type of back check or body language that offends the umpire, and we need to respect and do nothing, because there was 8 50-metre penalties last night.
And it could be costly.
There'll be a lot of money raised for end of season lunches and dinners with 50-metre penalties, I think.
Yeah, so...
What's the expectation? People watching, what's the expectation? I know you want to keep developing, and it's not maybe not about the now, and you've probably touched on it in an earlier question or two, but realistically, what do the fans get? What do you want the fans to see with your football team?
Look, I think a couple of things I've noticed with our members and supporters is that they stick fat, but they like to see the kids play. They like to see energy, effort and work rate. So they're the things we'll focus on. They hold true to us as well. So yeah, we won't deviate from that. It doesn't matter if you're fully stacked or you got some injury issues. That doesn't change. So we know what success looks like, and our culture hasn't changed.
And you, as a player, do you talk about amongst the playing group about what expectation that you want to produce every week or at the end of the year? What is a benchmark pass for you as a football club?
Yeah, well, success isn't always specifically wins and losses. We are here to win, and that's what the footy club's been about since we came into the competition, is winning games, and we've been fairly good at it. The last few years have been a challenge, but yeah, we'll figure out what success looks like over the next few weeks with a young squad and going forward. But we want to play finals again this year. Every team does, and we've seen over the years, no matter how poor you are one year, how quickly things can turn around. So as I said before, we're bullish about what the season holds. We're excited, and we want to be competitive. We want to win games of footy.
Last couple for you before we let you go, and we appreciate your time. I mean, we're doing this in a COVID world, that, of course, a crowd capacity world. You've played in a COVID world over the last couple of years. You're looking forward to, playing in front of a bigger crowds eventually here at Optus. Of course, there was a restriction initially, but when it gets back to normal, but also playing games in Melbourne, not just in Geelong. Are you looking forward to that?
What are you saying about Geelong, Goss? Look, I think it's affected everyone. Football's, really relevant to us, but everyone's gone through across the country, across the world, about how to deal with this. It's been lonely. So we play in an industry that we play for our supporters as much as we play for each other. So to bring them along for the ride probably makes you reflect how lucky we were in 18, that we had full houses every week and they got to really come along the ride and the journey with us. So as much as it's been a bit distant with the Zoom meetings and the online stuff, we can't wait to get back in front of our crowd and supporters. I think it could be half capacity when we come round one, but we'll take that with the crowd we've got. And yeah, we look forward to travelling and interstate games and building resilience, all those type of things, but doing it with the crowd and your supporters. That's what we do it for.
Fresh from getting off the plane, Patrick Naish, has he met the boys and trained with the boys? And I know you've probably seen him play and stuff like that, but how did he fit in? Whether he stays on the list or off the list, but how did he fit in?
He's fitted in well. My son woke him up at 5:30 this morning. Actually, he's sleeping in the spare room. But no, he's good. Really good kid. He came in this morning and met the squad, and I think he's every chance to have a run Sunday. So yeah, he came in and met the boys and got a few exciting strings to his bow.
Well, appreciate you coming along. Since sitting on here for the last 10 minutes, I've changed. I think you can win the flag now.
Well, you went pretty hard.
No, I didn't go hard.
You did, mate.
I just want to take the pressure off, Adam.
I think you said, I've been a Fremantle supporter forever. I'm on the train. That's what I heard.
The train's full.
Just before I turned it off.
Did you turn it off?
I did.
Yeah, well, you can always catch up on the podcast, Adam.
Might be doing that.
Oh, good on you, whack. But before we go to the first bit of video, I just say the Stevie Simpson Cup, which is the time-honoured, which is all about you. Yeah. You had a couple of dismal performers. Did you have a performer on the day?
His dog's not invited.
My dog's not overly social with other dogs, so albeit he was the inaugural winner, but he's had a few issues since then.
Good turn. Were you happy with your one? Didn't leave your side.
We threw the race this year. It was getting a bit too much about me, and the only disappointing thing about Geordie Stairs, our strength and conditioning coach, winning it is he did a press conference with his sunglasses on. So he needs some feedback on how to handle the media.
Sunglasses off immediately.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on, Captain, Coach. Good on you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Put your hands together for Adam Simpson.